YouTube's what is up? Pisidia, you're nice. I'm gonna send my 5 battering rams in now to take down Galatia's walls. Not their walls, their gate actually. We're gonna breach their gate with these battering rams, and I drew these men-at-arms that they initially had over here. You can see the last one in the line by the stone pile. And our castles are gonna get hit now. We want to get our cavalry in position, so we're gonna send them up there, keep them away from these castles obviously. Battering rams will draw the brunt of the castle's fire. You're going to get hit by scorpions as well, but they can handle scorpions a little bit better than they can handle men-at-arms. Alright, so let's keep firing away. Make sure everybody's on the gate, nobody's on a stone wall or anything like that. You should have enough room for all 5 of your guys. And once you get through, you want to move these battering rams out of the way, get them out the way. Move these guys on in. You're going to lose a couple, but you're going to gain Galatia, and that's well worth it in the end. Okay, so retreat with the battering rams. Keep them in range of most of the scorpions and some of the castles, one of the castles that is, and send all the rest of these guys straight on up to the town center in Galatia. So now the men-at-arms are being signaled to battle, and we lost one guy already. But he's going to be our ally here in a second, so don't worry about losing too many unless you get chopped down on the way out. So we lost our battering rams, but we're not even going to use those battering rams later on.
We surrender. Just spare our families.
Oh, okay, I will.
The theme of Galatia shall submit to Turkish rule.
So they're beastly. 3 castles. I'll take it. I'm in the Imperial Age in a second here. Oh, how nice is that? So, you know what I'm smelling? I'm smelling trebuchet time. I'm gonna make 2 trebuchets because I'm gonna, use a couple trebuchets to take down, the towers that the Saracens have, and these castles are just gonna be so helpful in healing my army up, because you can tell it's getting beat up, and these light cavalry are going down. I don't care where you're going. You're trying to scout out my base. Well, it's not happening, Byzantines. So all those men-at-arms that you saw, I don't know where they are. We got a battering ram still, so I guess we can get him over here, get him healed. And I will be converting these Saracen units, villagers, in a little bit. But right now I'm focusing on healing these guys up. And that's how you get Galatia. You want to draw the men-at-arms away, scout it out a little bit. Make sure you have all your cavalry that you're going to need to get to the town center, just like you did in Pisidia. At the ready, and use those 5 battering rams. Obviously you have no other option. You don't have the trebuchets quite yet because you have no castle and you're not in the Imperial Age. So simple as that. The most difficult part...
This town will produce gold for us now, as long as we can keep the Byzantines from taking it back.
Alright, so not to worry. We can send these guys down now. We want to be getting a university, which I believe is provided by Cappodocia. And you may be thinking, why? Because we're going to get murder holes. We don't have murder holes at this point, I believe. In order to get at, we will have to convert some of these villagers. And I'm going to have to trade some of my gold eventually for some stone so I can even get my town center started. But we'll get to that, cross that bridge when we get to it. So I'm just going to chill out for right now, get rid of this blinkingness. And the nice thing, once Cappadocia is on our side as well, Spies is really cheap. I believe it's somewhere around 6,400, which doesn't indicate that Cappadocia doesn't give too much of a boost in terms of villager production for you once you ally with them, but it is something. And we will be using these trebuchets in tandem with some petards to take down some of the walls in our way that are preventing us from getting to this town center. There are some these towers in the way as well. We're going to take them out with the trebuchets. Then we're going to take out the gates. Then just run our... you don't want to take out these watchtowers ideally, because you want to be able to use them to defend against the Byzantines later on. But you want to take the southern ones down, because Byzantines really won't be coming down over here. And if they do, well, this base will kind of be in flames. But hopefully that doesn't happen. I don't know what this pikeman's going. You better not be chopping up my trebuchet here. You better be used as a scout. Well, looks like they got a mini raid going on. They want to come over here and get all up in my business. So I am just gonna... I don't know what I'm gonna build, but hopefully this watchtower will suffice for a while. And actually, they look kind of harmless. So across the bay, bombing across the bay are my trebuchets, and 3 hits should do them in. So that's all for that watchtower. 3 more remaining, obviously. Just getting these guys out of the way for right now, and we're going to send them down to this bridge. This is the only way to access the rest of the Saracens' base, I believe. I don't believe you can come up this plateau, or actually you might be able to do so. I'm going to scout it out. I can't exactly remember. I know there's some sort of path over there, but I don't believe it. I'm not sure if it leads you all the way. So I can't wait to get my hands on some Saracen villagers. Sorry, Saladin. I don't even know if you're alive right now, honestly. Actually, I'm not going to be producing the petards over there. I'm going to make it a little bit more convenient for myself. And you want to produce about 6 petards. That'll give you a good chunk. Yeah, so I was incorrect in my assumption there. So I'm just going to send my trebuchets on a long trek through Pisidia's gates, hopefully, because I'm not going to be getting cut down by a Byzantine castle. And we're going to exit out of Pisidia on this side because we don't want to get interrupted, obviously. So I'm going to probably send them down. Not exactly, where's the gate? It could be, I believe it's around here. So, oh, sneaky, sneaky. I wonder who you saw do that. Alright, so we're going to send these trebuchets, follow the yellow brick road, the white brick road. And as our petards are getting ready, I'm going to make a hussar. Not because I just love hussars, but because I have enough food to make one. And I'm going to sneak a hussar along this path and scout out around Cappodocia a little bit. Give me a little jump on getting used to their terrain and just the whereabouts before I send my petards and trebuchets in. Because I don't want to be losing trebuchets at this point. Just because I'm going to check the map. In my sight, there's a chunk of gold over here. This is going to be a big help, but I don't believe there's a ton in terms of gold elsewhere. We're going to be not having any problems, though, because we'll be able to trade quite frequently with Cappadocia, Pisidia, and Galatia, because they all have markets, as you'd hope. So, I'm going to take out tower number 1 there. And petards are almost ready. I'm going to use my hussar. Do a lot of different micromanaging right now. I'm going to scout out the eastern side of Cappadocia because I haven't got around to doing that. And I still have these long swordsmen down here just for your reference, just in case. Oh, dang me. Okay, so I'm going to need to come to a rescue real quick because scout cavalry might actually take down this trebuchet. And as weird as that sounds, it's actually a legitimate threat right now. And I need Paul Revere. I need Paul Revere's horse. All right, so I'm surviving pretty well right now. They're going for the other one, strangely enough, and he should make it over here, no problem. As long as he didn't get cut down by an ion cannon as we come over here. And the next tower, one of the towers is not accessible by a battering ram type unit. It has to be used by a ranged unit. That's why I'm using the trebuchet. You can go with mangonels if for some reason you're not having Galatia on your side quite yet. If you haven't got to that. Instead you do it in a different order. No need to worry there. But this hussar came to save the day. Hussar versus light cavalry. I wonder who wins that. Why do we even wonder? Alright, too far away. I suspected. And I'm going to have to repair these burning trebs a little bit later on. So, I'm not going to be attacking the Saracen structure, so I'm just going to send him back here. Get him all set to exit this gate. So once this tower goes down, they'll stop mining that gold, and we'll be able to get some of that gold that they might continue to mine for ourselves. So that'll also prevent them from taking that gold that you would rather have for yourself. So I'm just going to make sure those guys don't die. And we only have 2 objectives left. So they vanished into thin air very quickly. So you don't have to worry about being overwhelmed by what seems to be a lot of objectives. And I'm going to send my trebuchets back to this gate because I'm going to be preparing to use them against Cappadocia. So I'm going to send my petards in here now. Get them all prepped and prepared, primed. Missiles primed. And Galatia, you just passed me up in the score. I don't know about that. Don't know about that. I'm going to pass you up here in a second. It's called scouting. You haven't done much of it. And they shouldn't have ballistics. Obviously, if you're going to be running into a tower, you're going to be hit. If you're going side to side, they're not going to hit you. That's, you know, that's the rule of thumb when going against watchtowers and whatnot. Nice little town I'm seeing here. Got a blacksmith, got plenty of homes right on the cliff. Better get a lot of sunlight with all these cliffs here. And here is one of the gates that you can enter in from. You can even send your petards to this gate, which I might actually do. I'm actually considering doing it this way. And I'm going to get these trebuchets ready. Because you won't have to take down any of the watchtowers, unless you feel like your petards will get cut down. You could even bait these watchtowers and not attacking your petards as you send them through with a hussar. So I'm going to send a couple of these petards to this gate. You can't send it over here as this castle will cut you down. So I'm going to take down this gate, and I believe there are 2 gates in your way, and then you'll be able to truck on through Cappadocia without a problem with just 1 hussar. So trebuchets are almost ready, and I'm going to send them the same route that hussar just took so they can get to Cappadocia. I don't know if you guys have any other sly ways to get into the town center. It's a very short trip if you come through this gate, but at this point in the game, I'm far away from the southern part of the map, and you can do that early on, but it's too much of a risk of losing some of your units considering there are a number of watchtowers, and you're going to get in a little skirmish with some of the cataphracts or camels. So trebuchets will probably take a little bit of a hit, but I could deal with that. And they're about ready. Getting close here. As long as they don't go down, alright, one at a time, I can take it. Watchtowers are very lifeless, listless, useless. And you can try attacking. And I'm actually not going to do that because I don't want to draw any camels out here right now. I'm not going to risk it. And I believe no matter what, if you try to take down this gate, you can't do it without getting hit by some of the arrows coming from the watchtower. So once again, I have reason for not taking down these watchtowers. It's because I don't want to lose their use and defending against, I don't know, some wayward Byzantine units. You see they got some cataphracts spreading out now. Obviously that's kind of because they're guarding that area, and partially because I believe I did draw them out that way. Alright, so I should be out of range of this watchtower and in range of this gate. So I might actually even keep these petards for later on. No need to use them. Kind of miscalculated that. And these couple trebuchets. I'm a little intimidated by these guys. That's why I like to get another gate up right here, get a town center of my own. And they couple useless long swordsmen. Useless. You're like the middle child. I don't know how many of you are the middle child out there watching this, but like, I mean, middle child's not useless, but he's just kind of forgotten in there sometimes, stereotypically. Alright, so not liking the sight of this. It's also good though, because I'm able to sneak in here, and I'm gonna lose these trebuchets, but I did it quicker than I expected. This is the farm area. We're not gonna be going there. We're gonna be going over there, and all these camels are gonna take down what would be your ally later on, but you don't have patience. You don't have trust in me that I'm gonna befriend you. Cappadocia.
Turks, pouring out of the Zagros mountains. They'll spare no one.
We have captured Cappadocia. As long as their villagers are safe, we should have all the resources we need.
Does that remind you at all of the Rising? I did my walk through the Rising, obviously on hard, but if you ever played it on easy, they will, I believe, what's their name? Troy's will send one scorpion at you. Yes, one. And they will say, like, some ridiculous claim that they're getting overrun and pouring out of the Zagros Mountains. Correction, I had one hussar. Pathetic. And I do believe you get supplied with a university, but I might be incorrect there. Just a monastery there. Cappadocia, I want to learn. And it's kind of deceiving. You only get a blacksmith. Oh, there it is. So I need to get that guy. And to do so, I'm actually going to sell some of my gold. Buy a couple of trades there and get murder holes, just in case, I don't know, get hit by some cataphracts here or something like that. So monk is ready.